I'm really excited about it, and I just felt compelled to do this. Oh, I do have to say something about the United States. So, on June 9th, we played France, and we scored 1-0, and it was a friendly game, and it was, I mean, it was cool to see that happen. Because we scored on France. And by the way, the guy on the announcer on the TV said that that was our first goal against France in American history. American history. Okay, we've been playing soccer as Team USA since at least the 50s, maybe as far back as the 30s. I think he said maybe 1929 or some shit. And that was our first goal against, and it was our first draw, our first tie or anything in France against France. So that just shows you how shit we are. But yeah, we played them, and the announcer was like, "Oh, we're great. We're doing good. We're showing good." Then France comes back like in the 70th minute or some shit, and they put one in and they tied up 1-1. And at the end of the game, the announcer was like, "Oh yeah, well that's fucking that's great. That's we're showing signs of maybe coming back for the next World Cup." It's like, dude, first of all, the World Cup isn't even until the next 2022, and second, like, even though we're not in it, we still have to win this fucking game just because it's a disgrace of what you know what we look like. We have to start like acting like we want to win. And oh, okay, look, I found the World Cup qualifiers. But no, it was a disgrace, and he was like, "Oh well, that's something that we should, you know, be happy about." I'm not happy about fucking 1-1 ties. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's friendly or not, especially right now. Let me tell you about the qualifiers. I see one, two, I see four of them right here that I just found. So, September 1st, 2017, round five. These were the most important ones. We had to win. We had to win, and I don't know exactly how many, but I'll get to that point later in a second. September 1st, 2017, United States versus Costa Rica, 0-2. Boom, done right there. That's one game. That's 0 points. And then September 5th, 2017, Honduras, United States. I remember watching that game actually. Honduras, United States, 1-1. That's 1 point. Okay, so then we have October 6th, 2017, United States 4-0 against Panama. And then that's 4 points. And then October 10th, 2017, 2-1 Trinidad and Tobago. That's who it was. Trinidad and Tobago, not Panama. Trinidad and Tobago beat us. Trinidad and Tobago kept the United States of America out of the fucking World Cup. Can you believe that? Devastating. I'm still like cannot believe that happened. I think I remember that game too, because it says it was in Trinidad, and it definitely didn't look like the United States. I could tell you that much. Man, that's just hurt. Cannot believe that. Um, so yeah, United States out of the World Cup. Um, Man, I guess it's better. I mean, I almost want to punish myself for the fact that we didn't make it. Like, I don't even, I just hate talking about American. I hate talking about American soccer just because I don't know if we're ever going to be anything, and it's sad because I really love soccer. Excuse me. So yeah, basically, um, when it comes to the Arsenal players, let me read off who we got going off. In that we have okay, for Egypt, this the everyone that's an Arsenal player, like I said, anyone that's an Arsenal player, I'm pulling for. So hopefully one of my guys can come back to Arsenal and say that they're world champs. The last time that happened, uh, in 2014, um, the Germans won it against Argentina, and Ozil was on that squad, and I think Per Mertesacker was too. Per Mertesacker might have been um, a World Cup winner, and I think Mustafi, Shakirdan Mustafi, was a on that team, but he wasn't an Arsenal player at that time. But now he is, and he was on that team. And in 2010s in Spain, I think in 2010 maybe Nacho might have been on that team, but I can't say that for certain. So this year, Arsenal players that are going to be um, in this World Cup, Mohamed El Neni. Mohamed El Neni is an Egyptian. Um, they got a good squad. They have. I hope Mo Salah. I hope Mo Salah will get recovers because he's gonna help. You got El Neni, mid defenseman, and then his passing abilities with El Nani. That should be a really good fit. Um, I would say if I had to put out a rating of one, I'm gonna put all these on a rating of 1 to 10, and chances of winning. El Nani and the Egyptians, I'm gonna say that they have 10 being the best chance, one being the worst chance. I'm gonna say that they are at I'll put them at a 4. And then next we have two guys from the Arsenal from one country, and I can't say this guy's name, but we just signed him. I want to say like a week or two ago, and that's Stefan Lesteiner. Lesteiner, Stefan Lesteiner. He had came in from Juventus, and he's a new defensive right defenseman, right back. Hopefully, hopefully he plays good for Arsenal. And like I said, we just signed him, and then our other guy is Granit Xhaka. I love Xhaka, man. That dude's he could be better, but man, I think he's good. He got a lot of shit mid season last year, mid to late season last year. But they're from Switzerland, and if I had to put Switzerland on it, I would put them at a 4-2. I mean, there's too many. There's a lot. This might be the greatest World Cup in our lifetimes, honestly. Um, Next we have Alex Iwobi. Alex fucking Iwobi. Um, Alex Iwobi is from Nigeria. Nigeria has a couple good players too. I think they have Victor Moses, and I think pretty sure they have quite a few other good teams. I mean other good players. I'm saying, um, Alex Iwobi in Nigeria. I mean, you know what? I might. I don't know if I could put him ahead of Egypt. Maybe I will. I'm gonna say that Nigeria probably has. Uh, I'll put him at a 5. I'll give him a 5. Next on the list is Mesut Ozil. Now Mesut Ozil, like I said, he's a World Cup winner already, and I don't know if you guys remember. I'm sure a lot of you do that are probably listening, but the ones that don't, man, when they fucking did Brazil like that to that 7-1, I mean, fucking epic. Um, and then that picture with Ozil standing over David Luiz, that was that was pretty much classic. I think the Germans, I'm gonna say that, and it's hard to repeat. It's hard to repeat. So I'm gonna, with that factoring in, um, I'm gonna say that the Germans have. I'm gonna say the Germans have a number eight. They have a number eight on my scale of chances of winning it. They have a number eight size chance because I mean they're still a quality team. Um, Quite a few guys didn't make it are out of the team from their last one. But they still have a solid squad. Kadira, um, Boding, they got a lot of good teams, but Mesut Ozil and the Germans probably, from the looks of it, they might be of the Arsenal players. The Germans and Mesut Ozil probably have the best chance of winning, of my guys at least. Then we have David Ospina. David Ospina is from Colombia. Um, he's the goalie. He's the goalkeeper. Colombia, they have a good team. They're always Colombia is always they're a solid, round of 16 team as far as I've been alive and that my memory serves me. They're always in the, even remember back in the day when in the 90s that one cat. I remember that one cat. I forgot what his name was, but that dude with the blonde afro kind of looking hair, like the blonde what's that dude's name? Troy Polamalu type hair with the mustache and shit. That dude, I remember that cat big time from Colombia. They've always had, like I said, they always had around a 16 potential. I'm gonna go Colombia. I'm gonna go with them with a 5-2. I'll put them on par with Nigeria. Um, Joel Campbell. Joel Campbell. He is from Costa Rica. Now I remember I'm trying to. I want there's this painting or this painting I want to paint. This picture I want to paint, I should say. When I forgot who they were playing. I don't know if it was Argentina, but um, when they got into that in 2014, when they got into that penalty shootout at the end of the game, and at the end of that game, the camera comes around and it went over the top of the Costa Rican team, and there was a dude on his knees, like he was on his knees and even down to like his forearms, and like he was like just praying to God so hard, and the entire team came around him, and they were all just like huddled around him. That was fucking magic, dude. And um, I don't think they won. I don't think they won that game. I think it was against Argentina, but I don't think they won that game. And so I don't know with Costa Rica and Joel Campbell, I'm gonna say that they have probably. I'm gonna go with three. You know what? To be honest, they're probably a two. They may get to the round of 16, but if they, I mean, I don't know if they have enough um, to get there to make any noise. Next, we have Nacho Nacho Monreal for Spain. Now it's really hard for me to put Spain ahead of the Germans, but I think it's fair to say that we can do that just because again I'm one of those types that when it comes to sports, it's hard to believe that a team is gonna go back to back and win, you know, anything really. Like I mean, it's fucking really hard to go back to back, especially in a World Cup when you only have it once every 4 years. So I'm gonna put that. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me change something. Let me go German seven. Let me go German seven, and then I'm gonna put Spain at an eight. They have like an eight, a number eight chance of of getting to the World.